Hey guys, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Brie.
We're best friends, moms, and obsessed with TV.
Check us out every Monday as we dissect motherhood, TV, pop culture, and whatever else derails the conversation.
It's like eavesdropping on your funniest, most unfiltered friends.
If your friends had a mic and no shame,
We're here for all of it, and honestly,
we're not mad about it.
hey Maddies, welcome back to another episode of Not Mad About It podcast. We have a lot to unpack this week. We're talking Summer House, we're talking some not so fun things like Bad Influence on Netflix, and Not Scheduled. But I was bullied into binge watching all of Love on the Spectrum by Brie, so thank you for that. Not mad about it because it
welcome.
was such a pleasure. Enjoyed every minute of it, but I did want to savor. But you know what? I'm glad that we're here this week to discuss. But nothing more pressing than the drama of the talk.
The TikTok drama. Guys, we went viral on TikTok. No big deal. I'm pretty sure like 5 of you saw our video on Instagram.
Maybe some of them are listening from the video. So
Oh, yeah,
hey guys,
from TikTok. Hey,
if
guys,
you're
welcome.
cool, we love you.
Yeah,
If
welcome.
you're a troll, fuck off.
No, you can stay.
Okay.
Yeah, we can say. But we went viral on TikTok of the video of Nikki making fun of the way people order like a dirty, filthy little martini, which I watched 100 times. It was so funny. I was actually shocked by how many people were commenting the video that like that they were saying like they skipped over that part. It drives them crazy. And then some of the haters were saying we're like we like hate women because of
we're
this.
women haters.
We're women haters because of this video, but whatever. Like, we're not. We love women, clearly.
Spoiler alert. we are
Spoiler
not.
alert. Yeah, we love
And if
Lexi.
you read the caption, it said Team Lexi. We love Lexi. She's beautiful. We're ugly. We know, like you told us. But what's ironic is all these people are like, you hate women.
I
You're
know.
being so mean. Like, and you're ugly. And I'm
I
like,
know.
okay, but like, what?
Yeah, like, we were just like saying that it was like pretty crazy, like what she did
Okay.
there for a second.
Yes. Love Lexi, you guys.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't fret. Like,
So welcome
it's-
to the pod,
It's going to be okay. Yeah. Glad to have you here. Hater or not.
hater or not. So excited. Just to like take a quick left turn, we were having a discussion offline about what like the best month is, like for a
Yes.
birthday. I'm really, really torn. Like, I'm born in April. My birthday's next weekend. No big deal. Like, you haven't even like mentioned it, Nikki. It's fine. Anyway,
Okay, like we were going to talk offline, but okay.
No, I'm
You
just-
actually did mention that I think the Valley is your birthday gift. So
oh, seriously. Well,
Andy Cohen is looking out for you.
I know. Thank you. Speaking of gifts, Andrew like got my birthday gift arrived, and
it.
I don't know if John does this, but when it at like Christmas,
If it has to
birthday-
do with gifts, no. Like he doesn't.
I've traumatized Andrew with my birthday, so like he like takes it really seriously, which we love him. Thank you so much, babe. But anytime he gets me a gift, like for Christmas or whatever, he wants to give it to me the second it's in his hands. Like last night, he was like, "Do you want your gift?" I was like, "No." Like,
You
my birthday's-
don't?
Well, I was like, "My birthday's next weekend. Like, what am I gonna get on my birthday?"
I get it, but like I'm the same as Andrew.
Oh my God.
It's very hard for me to hold it in, and as a person receiving a gift, I also want to receive it like immediately.
Do you really?
Yes.
But then your birthday, like you'll just
It's just a day, like whatever.
I guess, but it's not like people like we're not kids anymore. The gifts aren't like just rolling out. Like it's that one gift.
Yeah,
Maybe
whatever,
your
but
mom.
it's like,
Oh my God, no! I'm like, wait till my birthday. Like it's.
do you have any idea?
I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
What is it?
I've been saying for months. I'm such a brat that I want one of those like red light masks.
Brie. Well, did he at least get us a code? Code not mad.
Code not mad about it.
Like that would be the gift.
That would be
Get us a sponsorship.
seriously. If it's not that, then I don't know what it is. I just have a feeling that's what it is because I've been talking about it and like sent. I haven't brought it up in a while, so you never know. And Andrew actually is really good at gifts.
Where do you think he got it from? Amazon, or is there like a particular one that you're looking to
I was
get?
sending him the one from Callie, from
Yeah, of course.
Peloton.
Yes, yes.
'Cause,
My
like,
fave.
Love her so much, and like I
The
trust
best.
her taste. Like,
Yes.
she has a code, but I also like she uses that thing every day. Like she's always posting.
What's
like,
the benefit?
anti-aging, like good for acne. It also just looks kind of like relaxing. Like I want to just like I mean, I lay on my couch all the time, but with like a red light mask on, like basically with like a
Yeah.
DNS, like do not
Yeah, you want
disturb.
to throw on your red light mask and put your toe separators on. Do you want to tell them or should I?
You can tell.
Marie is like obsessed. Like she has her things that she just like really loves, and toe separators like happens to be one of
Nikki,
them.
hearing you say toe separators actually makes me want to vomit. Like it sounds so
Well,
disgusting, but it, especially when I was pregnant, I was addicted to these toe separators, you guys. It's basically like it's basically like when you get a pedicure, they put that thing in between your toes, but it's like
but much
double-sided
more
and
invasive.
it's like much more invasive and like thick.
It's like a big piece of silicone that just like spreads your toes apart. It's
Honestly, I could have it be like wider. Like I could get more spread.
of a wide set toe range.
What's it toes?
That's a Mean Girls reference, you
Oh my
guys.
God. Wow, toe separators. I gotta bring this back. It's been a little while.
Yeah, you sent me a pair for
Oh
my
yeah.
last
And you
pregnancy.
didn't enjoy?
I did. Like, it wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be like counting down the minutes like
Oh,
you till I could
yeah.
slap them on, but
Slap them on.
they
Hook
were
those puppies
nice.
up with my red light mask. Wow. And now if it's not a red light mask, like he's gonna listen to this and he's gonna be like,
You're
"Ooh,
gonna be like one of those girls who does their shedding videos. This is not me hating on those girls, but girls that like you know what I'm talking about. They
yeah, yeah,
have
yeah."
the eye patches,
Yeah.
the red light, like they sleep with it on, their hair is up,
Like
they have
those
like
videos are like my meditation. Like I
they
love
sleep in
those.
tinfoil.
No, that I'm working my way towards that. Oh my God, I need the patches. Like I need, what are they called? They're like wrinkle me or something, like those silicone
I don't
patches.
know.
Damn, I gotta get my, if anyone
Right.
has a code, slide
Like
in.
sponsor us. We're happy to do it.
Yeah, like a couple people listen. Like they might buy it.
Yeah.
Mom, you need some silicone patches?
Like seriously. Pimp us out, please.
Wait, speaking of my mom, she's coming next weekend, so like just
A
stories about,
frequent flyer in the
I
Cohen
know.
households.
Well, Easter. She's coming for Easter.
Oh,
She wants
that's
to
so
see
nice.
like the boy, like Callum do his egg hunt, whatever. Um, and it's my birthday, which is nice. So Andrew and I will be able to like go out on Saturday, like on my actual birthday. We're gonna go bowling because like we're a million years old. But bowling has been like our thing since we met. Like
Really?
bowling. Oh my God! Like when we lived in Chicago, we would go all the time. We went to Chicago for my baby moon when I was pregnant with Callum. We went
Ugh,
bowling.
the
Like,
worst. Not a Chicago fan.
whoops. Trigger warning, Chicago.
Trigger. Yeah.
We love to go bowling. We love to play pool and like a pitcher
Oh,
of
I love
beer
that.
and
Yeah.
just like shitty food.
Wait, in Boston, is this like a Boston specific thing that they have those little tiny bowling pins with like the little tiny ball?
It's like a New England thing, but we're going to like a regular, I
What's
can't,
that called?
duck pin bowling. And it's more pins. I think it's like 20 pins or something crazy. And the
Wow.
ball is like, it's like a bocce ball.
Yeah.
No, 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 we're not doing that. Like we're normal. Like no offense
Sweet.
for
Are you
New
going out to
England.
dinner or?
No, we're just gonna like eat there, like pizza and like mott sticks.
Oh my God, the
And then like go
dream.
get ice cream or something.
My God. Another Boston thing with some Jimmys. I know you guys aren't in Boston
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
anymore, but
Close enough. Yeah, with some
is
jimmies.
Rhode Island Jimmy's?
I think Rhode Island is like sprinkled Jimmy, like whatever you want. I feel like Jimmy's is like a New Hampshire thing.
New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's the
like
first
my
thing I ever
cousins
heard.
for sure in Massachusetts were
They're
Jimmy's.
Jimmy people.
They themselves, I don't think, would say Jimmy's, but like surrounding, like, yeah,
I haven't heard
others
that in a
would.
while. If you're not from New England, you're like, what are these freaks talking
I know
about?
we're literally speaking in
Another language.
tongues, yeah.
Yeah, speaking in tongues. Wait, but back to my mom. She's
Yes.
so funny, you guys. Like the funniest woman on the planet. She's gonna love that, by the way. But my
Play it over and
brother
over
sent
again.
my brother sent me and my mom a picture and was basically like a selfie and it had like a filter on it of like an old person. My brother's like 37, of like a grandpa. It was like gray hair, like a long gray beard, like wrinkles, and he's like, "Man, this is how I feel. Like I've been working so much." My mom texted me separately and she was like, "Brianna, is that what Chris really looks like?"
Like she thinks that he's aged that much since the last she's seen of him.
He like He looks like he was 90 years old in this picture.
Yeah, like,
Like,
Donna, this is the
I'm really
internet.
worried about him. Like, is that what it looks like, or is that like a filter? I was like, Mom, are you being serious? Like, no,
No,
it's a filter.
she's gonna call his job and say, "You have been working my son a little too hard. I need you to cut his hours.
You
I'm
need some
very
PTO.
concerned."
Yeah, you need some PTO. Oh my God, I was cracking up. I was like, wow. But then whenever she does something funny like that, that I think is so ridiculous, I'm like, that's gonna be me. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's different. Yeah. It's like she doesn't know. Like she's not
Yeah,
in with like the filters that's like a
that's so
thing that
true.
people do.
Yeah, she's so funny. Andrew literally calls me Donna Jr.
Oh my God. Well, he's
I know.
Jimmy Jr. He's his dad Jr.
I know, seriously.
It really is crazy how we do end up becoming like our parents. Well,
Yeah,
Nina's like a actual clone of my mom,
yeah,
like
she
the
is.
same person.
Is that hard for your mom?
No, she loves it. Is it hard for her? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? When we go out, first of all, it's like she has Nina, who is like goddess. And
Yeah.
then she has me, who makes her feel really good about herself because she looks so young. And the amount of times that people say,
Are you
"Oh
guys
my God,
sisters?
I thought you guys were sisters." And my mom's like, "I love it so much. Like, tell me more."
Wow, that is so funny. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so that's
Speaking of
like, yeah.
sisters, Lexi's mom and sister look like sisters. I'm always like, which one's her mom?
I saw people saying that. I don't know where I was during the scene, apparently, that Lexi and her mom and her sister were together this week.
They were on Watch What Happens Live.
Okay.
And I was
So I
like, it's
wasn't
Ham's and
there.
them. I was
Okay.
like, wait, seriously? They
Wow.
both
What,
look
does her mom look super young?
super young.
Wow.
Super young. Yeah. And I think her sister must be older. Lexi's like really young. Her sister must be like in her 30s.
Okay.
And like her mom looks really
Must
freaking
be just
young.
super young.
Yeah, super young.
Is her dad like she has like her whole fam, or is it
No,
just
no,
the
it's like all
gals?
of them together. I'm pretty sure like they're just like a unit, a little Canadian unit.
Well, well, yeah, I did tell you that like they need to take her out of Summer House and put this girl on Love Island because that's where
She would thrive.
she's going to be. Like these people are not her friends, and we'll get into it during the
I know.
recap, but like she needs to be on Love Island, and you said like she needs to have her friends come on Summer House, but
I know.
she just hangs out with her family, which is
She
like
sings out
so
with her
great.
mom and her
So
sister.
exactly, send her over to
Yeah.
Love Island.
I don't think she can
Get
handle
Jess.
Love Island.
I
Like
think
she's a
she
lover
totally
though,
could.
Nikki. Like she would whoever she gets set up with day one, I feel like if she liked them, she would expect like,
But hopefully they'll like her back. Like the
yeah,
same
I guess
that
so.
happens that people like really.
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
Has
Wow.
anybody ever stayed together from Love Island US?
I haven't like cared enough about any of those couples to ever check. Like UK is like another ball game. Like love those people.
I know. I just can't watch it. Like they're gonna do it again, right? This summer, every summer.
Of course, every summer. You just said you can't watch it?
It's just so much TV.
Guys, I'll
It's
recap
every
it for
single
you. I'll
night.
talk about it for you.
Yeah, like I just don't know if I can commit to every night. There was
You
one
don't have
point
to.
pre-kids that it was like every night we would watch Love Island and we
Oh yeah.
would watch Big Brother because it was on all the time.
Wow.
But like I just don't have that time.
Andrew like always makes fun of me when we watch TV together because I'm always like when I'm with him, I'm like this is the part where I would fast forward, but you're here, so I have to like see this boring scene through, like whatever
Why?
we're
He
watching.
likes it?
I'm just a
Or he
big
just
fast
needs to get
forward
it?
girly. Like I will fast forward anytime I'm like, don't care, fast forward.
Oh, I can't. I'm like too panicked that I'm gonna miss something important.
You catch
You
up
don't care.
online, yeah.
Yeah. And this is why I need you on the battlegrounds of TikTok and not in like La La
True.
Land unicorn rainbow world of Instagram where we have no engagement. These people, you guys, were like Brie knows I was going through some really big feelings this
You're about
week.
to have an intervention with her, and like just lock up your phone,
Oh
Nikki.
my
It's okay.
People are just so crazy and mean. I'm
Like
like,
crazy.
Mom, I'm not mean. She's like, "Oh, I know, honey. I know.
Do you really think I'm a mean girl? Like, no, you're just funny. Like, that was a
I
hilarious.
really think I don't have a top lip."
You like went out to get like
Wait,
injection right away.
but somebody wrote like, "These girls are just insecure and know that they don't hold a candle next to Lexi's face." And I'm like, "He- do you think that we think that?
Yeah, like you're not wrong.
We're not fucking dumb. Like, we
Like, you
know.
pretty much nailed it.
Yeah. Right.
It's kind of like exactly where we're at.
Right.
Shifting gears again back to the TV. Did you see? I don't know if I sent it to you, but that post that Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is currently on like a cast trip on Below Deck as a crossover.
Wow. I'm surprised they haven't tried that sooner.
Well, that's Andy literally commented and was like, about time. And it's Captain Jason
Okay.
on this season. Captain Jason, it's, I guess, what is he? Mediterranean. Daisy's the chief stew. And Chef Ben from like a million years ago.
No.
Yes, Nikki. And
Wait,
the
and
whole
no
cast.
Gary? Or is
No
Gary back?
Gary. Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I hope no Gary. Like,
I can't.
we need a
Gary needs
break.
to like work on himself.
Yeah, like he needs, this was like a rough last season for him, but
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm guessing they're going to be airing at the same time. I can't wait to see the perspective from like the cast of Salt Lake City. Like
Who is the
obviously,
cast? Like just the regulars?
it's like
Anybody?
Mary, Lisa Barlow, Meredith. Like I don't think they really switch it up. They brought in Bronwyn. I don't know if she's coming back. There's like a lot of drama coming out
I didn't
about
watch
her,
last season.
which is
Angie
such a
K.
Angie K. Oh my God, the star of the show.
Who would have thunk?
Not Angie, not her.
Like, but she really is just such a nice person.
Yes,
She
love her.
won Mary Cosby over, and that takes a lot.
That takes a lot of work. Good for
Yeah.
her.
Mary
Wait,
was like, no. And she was like, you will love me.
no, Nikki, they're best friends now, like crying,
I
holding hands,
love that. No,
sisters.
I love that.
Really sweet. I'm so excited. So literally cannot wait to see
Oh my
that.
God, this is so news to me.
This is
Because we
seriously news.
can't talk
I
offline.
know, but I feel like I sent, maybe I didn't send it to you to like reveal it here.
Well, you go hard, like, and we both do, and like
I know.
we're on a tear, and it's just like thing, and then I send you thing, and it's the same thing, and it's like, Nikki, I sent that to you already, and I'm like, oh my God, I like didn't even scroll up to see the 14 things you sent.
Well, because I sent you very like curated,
Right.
memes and messages that are like really important to both
Pertinent,
of
yeah,
us. And when you just
yeah.
like glaze over them, I'm like, girl, I put a lot of thought into sending you that.
Well,
That's
the
how
good
Andrew
news is
feels.
we have the same app when he sends you double chin
Yeah, when he
videos
sends
and
me
you don't respond.
Guys, my husband sends me videos like how to get rid of your double chin without surgery.
So wrong. Like, I know you're not talking about me.
He's like, "What? You say it all the time." I'm like, "Yeah, just like you're supposed to say like, no,
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
beautiful.
see it." Beautiful.
You and your double chin.
Which he does, you guys, but like the double chin, it's fine. Like I see it. I
We
stand with
know.
Andrew.
We know. Oh my God, so funny though, Brie. Just back quickly to our TikTok haters. There was the person who commented about my no upper lip. They were like, it's so funny how the people who scream their opinions the loudest don't have an upper lip. And Brie was like, it's John, my husband. Like, because he is a secret hater.
Payback.
I showed him this TikTok that I did, and he like didn't even laugh or crack a smile. And I was like, right? Like, right? He was
Such a
like,
tough critic.
he won't watch any of the documentaries with me, even though he was really, once we started Bad Influence, he was
Yeah.
like drawn in.
Oh, he was?
He was, yeah. He was just like thought it was so
Because
messed
it's a
up.
car crash. You're like, this is real life.
Yeah, but he is like not a big documentary guy, so it's very difficult, but he
Can't relate.
loved Love on the Spectrum.
Oh my God. I
Like
need
he
to
was
start
getting
watching that.
emotional.
Should we just segue right into
Let's get it over with.
I know.
We won't spend too much time because major trigger warning of like sexual abuse for
Underage.
minors, just very, very disturbing documentary. We went into it thinking it would be like of the Ruby Frank
But like not even that
category.
dark. I just thought it was gonna be like talking about like how families are like exploiting their kids for money
Yes.
on the internet. Not like
Yeah, like Ruby Frank, like same thing, like just how these families video their families to
Yeah.
make all this money. But would you like to start?
yeah, I'll start. So we watched the Kidfluencing documentary. It's on Netflix. And like honestly, I don't recommend to watch it because it has stuck with me. It has stuck with both of us. Like it's so dark, it's so twisted. It's such a sad story. It's 3 episodes and like long story short, because we're gonna get into some of it, but it's about this girl, Piper Raquel, and her mom and mom's like really young boyfriend start filming her like for content. Basically, I think at like 8 years old.
Yeah, like 9. Even younger, maybe. Yeah, I think like she was like
Even
7,
younger.
8. Yeah.
Yeah, super young, like just putting out like videos of her like doing like basically like TikTok trends, like kind of making her own like TV show, and they start like bringing in other like young kids to also create content with her because she grows a following really fast, even though she's like 9 years old, which is disgusting. And her mom is basically like pimping her out on the internet, like having her like wear bikinis, like do things really provocatively, like make like videos, like not kissing.
Geared toward like older men,
Yeah,
pretty
like the
much.
mom
Like,
is like really sick and twisted and is like, she knows what she's doing. She knows he's watching these videos and she's like curating her underage daughter's content towards like sexual predators,
and not
basically.
only her underage daughter, but then her underage daughter's friends. They become this squad, they
Yeah.
call it, and they are all filming content. And Tiffany, who is Piper's mom, is behind all of the content creating, as well as her, you said, young boyfriend Hunter.
Hmm.
And just everything, like the whole time, like really made me sick to my stomach because there was such a sexual undertone to
Yeah.
everything they were doing. Like, it
Everything.
was so, like, I'm watching it and it's like so porny. Like,
Yeah.
it's just the way that they're speaking
Filming
to each
it.
other. Yeah,
Yeah.
the way that they're filming it, the thumbnails that they use to, get people to click on their page and their video, the way, and it's not even like they're doing authentic videos. They're kind of making like a script about it and like making them act it out.
They're making like a teen drama, but for like preteens.
But not for, yeah, of preteens
Yeah,
for adults. Like,
exactly.
it
Of
was
preteens
very
for
weird.
adults.
The weirdest, well, not the weirdest, but one of the weird things to me was like just the culture of it all. And like, you remember they were talking about like ships and crushes, and then they would
Yes.
actually name the ship. So if it, let's say it was Piper, I'm like making this up, I
Yeah.
don't remember the names, or like Sophie and Jensen, it would be like
Sensen.
Sensen, exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were
And
like
that was the
making
name
up
of their
couples.
ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of like 11-year-olds making up couples, like for people on the internet to like be obsessed with them. And they were making
Follow, and
like,
then it was like, are we gonna make out, aren't we gonna make out? It's just like so gross. The other thing that really disturbed me was when they were doing like the last two challenge, and the girl and her boyfriend were, he was doing things and then she would have to like do what he was doing as a challenge, and
yeah,
he
like
took
mimic
off his
him.
shirt, and they were like, the girl obviously didn't want to do it because she's like 13
11.
years old, yeah, and was so uncomfortable, and you could see like the shock in her face of like, I don't want to do this. And they were like, just lift your shirt up a little bit for the thumbnail. Like, it's just,
And that
and the
was her
people,
cousin.
yeah, and the girls were saying that they didn't think that Hunter was like a bad
Creepy.
guy. They thought that he was just like a weak guy who was controlled by Tiffany, Piper's mom. But 100% this guy was a fucking pedophile.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
The
so
comments.
disgusting.
And like so basically this like centers around Piper, but there's like 11 other girls and boys that are
Boys, yeah.
involved in the documentary, and they're like telling their story about what happened to them while they were, because they would like go to Piper's house like to film content, like sleep over there, spend days at a time there, like all day, all night, while they're literally supposed to be in middle school. They're just like
Piper
making.
never went to school
That's what I was
either.
gonna say. This girl Piper, first of all, she started when she was 8. She's 17 now. She's never been to school, guys.
They would film content till 1 in the morning, and then they would have to clean the house till 3 in the morning.
The
Like, and
kids.
some of these other kids have been on sets before. They did like Kids Bop and things like that. And they're
Yeah.
like, no, we know like when you're on set, you're supposed to have school hours and you're supposed to have work hours. There's zero, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
Rules.
zero rules. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Like,
No
for
regulations.
content creating and these kids, and it's like so twisted because Tiffany, I guess, wasn't doing anything wrong because these people were there on their own free will. But
Yeah.
they weren't because they were so brainwashed. But like that's the loophole around it is like these people are here because they want to be here.
Yeah.
They can walk out. Nobody, they're not signed to a contract. Nobody's
Nikki, some of
forcing
their
them to
parents would
stay.
like go with their kids like during the day while they're creating this content. And
Hmm.
just so these parents were like having their kids, like basically Tiffany Piper's mom would like reach out to other young creators online and invite them to the house to create content with her daughter
Piper,
Piper.
yeah.
Then they would like become like this one friend group, but they're posting all those videos on Piper's channel. So Piper and her mom and Hunter are making like I think they said like $500,000 a month, but all of the other kids that are with her are
Hmm.
not making any money from these videos. And the parents like confront Tiffany at one point and they're like, yeah, but your kids are getting exposure. So, like, when those kids go back and create content on their own YouTube channels, like, they're
Hmm.
getting more likes, they're getting more views. So, like, they are getting paid. But pretty
Through
much
YouTube.
Tiffany is, like, making, like, hundreds and hundreds of $1,000s, like, off of her daughter and, like,
Like
her
five
fake
hundred
friends
thousand dollars a
a month.
month from posting content.
Yeah. The
And
craziest part, though, was that Tiffany, Piper's mom, has a sister, and they're kind of like
mhm,
estranged sisters. But coincidentally, that sister's daughter also like has two
her
daughters. So
wife's daughter.
her wife's daughter, so like Piper's step cousins, I guess.
Hmm.
They also are trying to be like content creators on YouTube. And they somehow like reconnect and they get invited to the house and become like best friends with Piper. They're like 9 and like 11 years old. And now they're cousins and like they're being like at night they're like being like sexually abused. Like they didn't even want to
Wait,
discuss
Brie,
it on
the
camera.
worst part is that they weren't even like the way that they were sexually abused, and it's so
Twisted.
disturbing.
It's really disturbing.
Tiffany would like she would make these different characters. So one of the characters was Frank, her pug dog, who would like come and like it would be like Frank and he'd be like, "You're a loser." And he'd be like talking to the girls, but it was like
Bullying
Tiffany
them.
using this dog as a way to like talk to these girls and talk down to them. And then Tiffany uses this character Lenny, who is one of their 70 cats. They have 70 cats in their
Oh my God, I
house.
forgot about that.
And Lenny is like the sexual, like Frank the dog was like the bullier, and
Yeah.
Lenny is like her way to like sexually like abuse these kids. And like, so it wouldn't be Tiffany,
Yeah.
it would be Lenny, like her persona, Lenny the cat. And like, she would wake these kids up doing sexual things to them and say like it was Lenny doing it. It was just so sick. Like, like you said, it's really stuck with me. And like, I
Yeah.
really don't even want to talk about it for much longer because it's really, really, really disturbing.
Okay, we can wrap it up, but I just want to say all these kids thought that this behavior was normal, so they didn't bring it up to their parents till years later when like they just kind of started like mentioning things and then all the parents
No.
got
The parents actually started the lawsuit because their YouTube channels were being destroyed. So the parents
Oh,
were
that's
like,
right.
"You're destroying our kids' careers."
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then they
yeah.
brought them into the law office, and then little by little it started to come out like, "Oh, this happened to me. Oh, this happened to me too." And like all the sexual abuse started coming out.
But they
But
said that they never mentioned it because they saw it happening to Piper, and that was like
thought
her
it was
mom.
normal.
So they thought it was normal. Like, because they were so young, guys, that they
But
didn't
the
know that this
amount
was
of
like,
and even John said the amount of therapy that these kids are going to need, like they will never, ever, ever be the same. You have one youth and one
yeah,
childhood, and for an adult to take that from you in a sexual way like that is
yeah.
so disturbing and so evil. Like this woman is still doing this to Piper
Yeah.
today. Like the
Well,
Piper
that's what I
is
was gonna say.
still on
What about
TikTok.
Piper? No one's like, this is her whole life, Nikki. Her whole life is just scenes and scripts and films to create content. Like, do we even know if she's ever been on her phone? Because her mom is the one texting
Right.
people and messaging people on her phone. Do we know if she's ever been on her phone? When the only time she leaves her house is to like create content. Does she even leave her house? This girl Piper is literally like a captive, like to her mom. She probably has like Munchausen
She's
syndrome.
so
She
brainwashed.
doesn't know any other way of life. She's so brainwashed, but she's also like depressed, like so depressed. Like all the girls were basically saying they were so sad to ever leave the house because they didn't want to leave Piper because this is her real life. And
And these girls carry so much guilt about leaving her,
I know
especially
it's
her
so sad.
cousins. Like really, really sad.
But that's what I was gonna say. Like, where is the sister stepping in to like? Why is nobody trying to help Piper? Like, that's how I
They
finished the
can't.
documentary. I was like, no one's helping Piper. CPS. This girl's never been in school. Like, that's you. You can get in trouble for that. Like, where is
Yeah.
anybody knocking on her door that this girl is like posting content, explicit content online, but she's never been registered to a school? She's 17.
But hopefully there are people speaking out now and like people advocating, like that one person who is advocating for like something about like don't click kids, quit
Oh
clicking
yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be regulations. There needs to be like, oh, what did all the sex offenders just magically go away? No, they're on the fucking internet where it's like
Exactly.
free range for them to be complete predators.
Yeah.
And what's the most disturbing is that it's this mom that's like pimping her kid out. It's so, and
There's
I
even
truly
crazier
believe
stuff
in
I
my
don't want
heart
to even say that they said in the documentary because it's so
it will
crazy.
come back and
Yeah.
she will get hers. Like, I believe that
Just wait
because
till
what she's
Piper's
doing
documentary comes out one
is
day.
so wrong. And I hope to God that Piper gets
Gets
out of
out.
it. I really,
I
really
know.
hope that for her. But these kids are ruined forever. Like, you're
Yeah.
supposed to trust adults, and this is forever. If you can't trust an adult, like, everybody tells you, oh, if you're lost in a supermarket, go find a mom.
Oh my
Here's a
God.
mom doing this to these kids.
You're so right.
Like,
You're
it's
so right.
so, so wrong. I really, my heart breaks for these kids.
Yeah.
Like, their innocence is gone.
It's really disgusting.
So, in this discussion, don't watch it if you
Don't
don't
watch it.
want to be
Yeah.
disturbed.
Yeah.
But it is important. Like, the parents kept saying is like, all we want is for our story to be out there and for people to know that this happened to us. This can happen to others, and it is still happening to others, which is
Oh my God.
super important. And I hope that their message is finally going to get some attention
For
and
sure.
something will be done. But it was a really, really difficult watch.
Definitely. And there needs to be like a Save Piper campaign. Like I hope that some important
Pink even
people.
tweeted specifically about Piper.
Oh, like years ago though, Nikki.
Yeah.
I
But like,
know.
let's go. Let's
Yeah.
she turns, I did do some research on her and she is going to be 18 in August. So that will be like when she can break free
I
from
know,
her
but Nikki,
mom,
she
but
probably has no access to that money.
no.
And
That's
she's
the most
never lived a
twisted part.
normal
Well, not
life.
the most twisted, but yeah.
So
That
what is
money
she?
isn't hers. That's her mom's money for
But she
sure.
doesn't know how to like live on her own. She doesn't know how to like live in the outside world.
My like secret hope for her is that like she is thinking and planning like at night like how to get the fuck out
I
of
hope
there
so.
and like
Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
girls are saying we're here for you, we'll help you. I know that
Yeah.
Tiffany's sister, Piper's aunt, will be there to help her.
I
Like
hope so.
I really hope that she does get out and gets
Yeah.
out soon because it's just awful.
Okay, let's switch to like the happiest, most positive thing we could ever talk about, which is Love on the Spectrum. You guys, I tore through this. This was the most incredible season they've ever put out. I needed it to be 20 episodes longer. I
I
could watch
know.
all of these like humans, couples, like just doing anything,
Families,
families doing anything. Like everybody could get a spinoff. I loved it so much. Do you want to just go like couple by couple?
sure.
Okay, so let's start with. I have to start with Connor and Georgie.
Bree? Okay, and I texted you, like live texting you today
Yeah,
because John took the kids out of the house and I was able to finish the season. Sobbed the last two episodes, like, could not stop crying. Okay, the way that Georgie comforts
I know.
Connor, and Connor's mom is just like the best. And
She
when
is.
Georgie came to the house, and the sister and the mom were just like in the kitchen, just like listening and being
Still giddy.
like, I'm so happy for him. They seem to be a really, really good match. Like,
Definitely.
he's so anxious and
I
she's
know.
so calm and cool. Like, the way that she grabbed his hand when he was freaking out about kissing her, and she was like, it's okay.
I
Like, just take a
know.
breath. And, like, he was just like, he did. Like,
Every scene they were in together is the most romantic thing I've ever seen in my life.
oh my God.
Seriously, the way that they were like communicating and being so patient and like she never once like tried to finish his thought or guess what he was
Exactly.
going to say. Like she always just like waited for him to get
Yes.
there, which I need to learn how to do that. Seriously, like
S-
I'm always trying, if someone's stalling, I'm always trying to finish their sentence.
Right.
Guess what they're thinking. It's so rude. It's so rude, and
You
it was
think
like,
that you're helping, but you're not.
no, you're
Like,
not helping.
yeah.
He's getting there. He just needs a second. Like, they were the most beautiful couple. Like, he had love at
Obsessed.
first sight. So sweet. I need that whole family to get their own show. I'm sure so many people have been saying that, but I need the family to get their own show. When his
I love
younger
his family.
brother said, when they were talking about cheese, when they went to the winery, and Connor was saying, like, oh, we had like some sheep cheese and
Oh my
cow
God.
cheese, and the brother was like, ew, cow cheese.
And the mom
He
was like, stay pretty.
I
Like,
was
ooh, what's
cracking.
cow
Yeah, it
cheese?
was. She was like, it's literally in the fridge. He
You're
was
like,
like, oh,
mozzarella.
duh.
Ever heard of it?
Yeah, he was like, duh. Like milk comes from cows, cheese comes from milk. I was like, wow, that
Oh
was
my God.
so funny.
Just every way that Connor was speaking, just like he's so smart, and the
So
way that
smart.
like everything, and it was like, oh, at the end when they were like recapping everybody, and they were like, he's with a demigoddess nonetheless. Like, Connor had his hand in that ending. Like, he
Oh, Nikki,
loves to direct.
when he like literally was self-producing when he was walking away from the date, at one
Yeah.
point he
What about
spoke
cats in
creative.
the cradle?
Yes. I was like, wow,
Gorgeous.
so perfect. Like he knew in his head like that this was such a turning point in
Yes.
his life, and he like wanted to make sure we knew that as well, and we did. Like that was so perfect. Like, oh, that just gave me chills. That was so
And from
beautiful.
last season to see like how far Connor's come, and just his confidence, and his family was saying the same thing.
I
Like, he's
know.
just a different guy. He's so much more confident, and I'm just like so happy for him, and I'm so happy for his family. That like that must be somebody's biggest worry, like his family's biggest worry, and all of these families' worries is like, is my child ever going to find somebody
I
that
know.
are they ever going to make that connection? Is
Connect
somebody
with.
ever going to see them as worthy enough? We live
Yeah,
in such a shit society, and like you said, like, you learn so much from him. Like, yeah, lesson learned from Connor.
I know.
Like, and Georgie, let people finish their thoughts. Like, there's a million things that we can all learn from these people. I'm obsessed.
Obsessed. I love. I'm actually
Obsessed.
really sad it's over. Like maybe I'll like go back and rewatch some episodes if I need to pick me up. But
So good.
okay, Madison and Tyler, her country sweetheart.
Her country sweetheart.
I have to say one thing about Madison first. Once she first like came on the screen, I was so like taken aback from her because she's so not what I expect somebody like on the spectrum. Like when she said that when she was younger, her parents were like kind of figuring out her needs, and they went to like an amusement park, and her dad like just threw her on a roller coaster, and like she had like the best time of her life, and she like loved going fast, and like she loved all that like stimulation. I've never thought that somebody on the spectrum, like I always think the opposite, like they get overstimulated, like too much, but she needs too much. Do you know
But
what I'm trying to
that's like,
say?
yes.
I
But
was,
that's why it's such a spectrum. And like,
I know.
nobody on this, even in the show and the cast members, like, they are so variously different. You have, even between relationships, Abby
Yeah,
and David could not be more different, but they're so beautiful together. And
it's
they're
so
all so
true.
different. Like, when you see them like stimming, like, and moving their hands like that, like, they're trying to get stimulation in different ways because they have so many sensory needs. And like, her sensory needs were met by going on a
Yeah.
roller coaster. Some people need more quiet. It's just so
It
different.
is so different, but that just like really shocked me. I was like, wow. And then when she said that like she started making jewelry because like one of her friends' mom like noticed that she like kind of always needed to be busy, and like
Yeah,
just showed her to that, and that changed her whole life.
her
I was like,
whole
wow,
life.
what like an incredible gift like that parent's mom gave to Madison.
And Madison's friends were so lovely.
Oh my
Like,
God.
the way that she just had, like, just
Hugging, I love you. Like she's one
one
of
of
the
the
gals.
girls,
Yeah.
like, seriously, like, they did not think of her, like, as a friend on the spectrum. She was just their friend.
Oh my God, when she said like her one friend was like, call me after your date. She's like, you're gonna be the first person I call. I
I
was like,
love them. She's like, should we go to Chick-fil-A now? Like,
I
yeah, they
know.
took their doll. Oh my God. And when the girl, her friend, carried the doll when they were going to Chick-fil-A, like,
So sweet.
that's just like what she knows that Madison needs. And like, she's fine with that. Like, that's,
I
I
loved.
loved them. But
I
the
love them.
dad, when they were like making out, and the dad was like,
He
all right,
he was
okay. Like,
seriously having a panic attack, like, and they were trying so hard
to be cool.
to be cool and to just be like, she's experiencing things we never thought she would experience. We're so happy for her, but also like
At the
This
same time, this is this
little,
guy's daughter. Like,
this is
you
a
wouldn't
little.
want your typical daughter to
I
be
know.
like making out with some guy in front of you. You'd be like, okay.
I know. I wonder. I'm sure they had a conversation off camera. They were like,
Yeah.
Madison, we love Tyler, but like,
Mm-hmm.
this is what is kind of
Appropriate or
appropriate.
right. Like, you
Yeah.
do that in private, but you really do need to explicitly teach them. And
So
even
true.
with Abby and David, when the parents were like, well, we're gonna have to talk to them about sex. Like, yeah, they need to be taught. They
I
need
know.
to
Yeah.
have that like explicit conversation. And I told you, like, things that we think are so natural and like we just take for granted knowing, like people on the spectrum sometimes don't know.
Yeah. I know. I just like loved Madison. I feel like
I really
she
love
taught me the
Madison.
most. And also like the way she would approach her dates was almost like so open, so logical. That first date when that the boy that she was on the date with was having a really hard time, she was so
Hmm.
patient and she was so like understanding. And she obviously knew that like that is not the kind of
Hmm.
partner for her. Like
But
she needs
she
he just
didn't make him feel
needs
bad.
she didn't make him feel bad. She was just like, that's what works for him, but this is what I need.
Hmm.
And every date she went into with kind of like a list of things that were I feel like every date she was interviewing them. Like, this is
Hmm.
what I like. How do you feel about those things? Okay, you don't like this, but you like this. Okay, I can work with that. And she was like, oh, okay, like,
Right.
it's a
When
match.
she was asking Tyler, like, so will you watch Dance Moms for
Oh my God.
me? Like,
Yeah.
well, I can go to NASCAR shows for you. Like, I don't love that, but I could do that for you because relationships are all about compromise.
Yes,
Like,
Nikki. That's how people need to date. It's just like let's just get to the point. This is what's
I,
important to me. Would you make time? Would you make space for
right,
that? What's important to you? I have no problem making space for that. Do you like me? I like, okay, let's
right up
give
in
it
the
a shot.
front. Yeah.
Let's give it a shot.
She made me cry the most
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I feel, and her and Abby are very similar in the sense that, and I feel like girls on the spectrum too, because they're so underdiagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were like, we didn't know if Abby and Madison would ever get here with somebody. And like to see Madison be so strong and like verbal and
Yeah.
articulate about things and mature,
So
like it
mature.
was really amazing. Like the questions she was asking and the responses, like it was so beautiful to watch.
It
Like
was
I was,
awesome.
don't, like, I'm not her mom, but I was so proud of her.
So proud.
I loved it.
Loved it. Tanner. I need him to find somebody.
I thought Callie was so nice for him.
He's just seemed
Like,
really young. Wait, no. Callie seemed almost a little too old for him.
but she was really like the talkative, like the type of
Yes.
talking, like the same. Oh my God. When they were at that dinner and they started realizing things that they didn't have in common, I was
I
like,
know.
oh no, oh no.
He's like, well, I don't like riding horses. And she was like, that's okay. But
Yeah.
that was like her most favorite thing in the entire world.
When he called her smoking hot and she has never been called that before, it was just so, like, everybody deserves to be called smoking hot.
So true. Yeah,
Like, she was feeling herself, and you know what, Callie girl? Like, you are smoking hot.
you
Like,
are.
you
Yeah.
will find your person. Tanner will find his person. Another one with a beautiful family. His mom and his sister were
Oh
amazing.
my God,
Like,
Midge. I love
Midge
her.
looks just like him.
Her name must be Margaret or something because like she kept calling him Tank. So I'm like, okay, maybe her name's like Margaret or something, and that's like a
Yeah.
nickname. But she was so sweet. Like I just love. Like I need more episodes, you guys. Like
Oh
I
my
will
God.
watch anything you guys have filmed with
I
them.
was dying when he was on the date with the girl who was very quiet. I forget her name. The one I think you were just saying was too young for
Yeah,
him.
too.
And he was asking her obviously a million questions and
Yeah.
he had run out of things to say. And he was like, I'm just trying to think of what to say. I'm just trying to think. And all of a sudden the goat went, meh. And he was like, well, should we go see the goats? I was like, saved by the goats. Like,
I felt the
literally
same
brought
way,
him back to the
Nikki.
moment.
I know that was so sweet. I love him so much. Like he's just like such a joy. Like I love all these people. Seriously, they're amazing. And I hope that even the people that are in relationships, like Connor and Georgie, are still together.
I hope
And
so too.
like I hope they come back next season because like I'll watch them hang out. I'll watch them watch
Yeah,
Austin
like
Powers, like
Abby and
David.
David weren't really huge this season. Danny and Adon, like all of our
Oh yeah,
couples from last
I know.
season, we didn't really get a whole lot of.
I know. Well, let's get to
I would,
Danny and Adon.
yeah, I'm not like super into their story. Like
I
Danny
loved how
needs to
they,
bang.
I know, but I liked how they handled it. Like, honestly, like, she thought so hard about basically the breakup. Like, she knew she had to break up with him, but she really did love and care for him. And she put
Yeah.
so much, like, it's like a pros and cons list, I feel like, in her head she
Nope.
was doing.
She literally wrote it down on paper.
Yeah.
She wrote it in her notebook.
Yeah. You're like, wait, no, she did do that.
Brilliant.
Maybe,
Yes.
maybe I fast forward through the list, but
Yeah. Might have.
I knew where it was going. But it was so logical, and the way her aunt and uncle handled the conversation with her and the way that his dad handled the conversation with him, like, just because you don't agree with their point of view doesn't mean their point of view is wrong. Like, they're
Right.
being true to themselves, you're being true to yourself. Is that enough for you guys? Probably not. Like, I feel like both sides of the families like handled it so perfectly, where it was like, we're not shaming anybody. Like, she wants this, you want this, and like, that's it. End of story.
Yeah.
You know, you're not
I
going to
felt I
complain.
really did feel bad for Danny because like I feel like she had different expectations of what was going to happen, and you could tell like she was really heartbroken,
I know.
and she was really having a hard time processing those feelings,
Yeah.
and that was really hard for her and like sad to see.
Also, he's like a handsome guy, so I feel like she was like really attracted to him.
She has a new boyfriend.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Oh my God, I
She's got
missed
a new
that.
mans.
Okay, good for her. I love
Yeah.
her. She's so
Yeah.
funny.
She was really funny.
She's hilarious. And I loved when her aunt was like, or her uncle were like, should we just like make a margarita? And they have like the machine. And she's just like sipping on this margarita. I was like,
Like,
she does need a margarita.
let's cope. Like,
Yeah, let's. Because they were like, she didn't come to the decision yet. And they're like, we know you're going to dump him. Like, let's have a drink. Like,
but I felt bad because you could tell like she didn't want to be the one to dump him, and like she
yes.
wasn't even 100% sure in her decision. She kind of wanted him to be the one. She was like, I need you to make a decision. He was
I
like,
know.
yeah, I like, can't really do that. She's
I
like,
know.
like, I guess I'll do it then.
You said she has a new boyfriend. I hope that
Yeah.
he finds somebody too.
I'm sure
Yeah.
he will.
Perry.
Abby and David.
Oh, Abby
Can
and
we
David.
please?
Yeah, Abby and David.
Because John
I was gonna
wants
save them
to
for last.
actually kill me because I will not stop walking around the house today. You're the lion to my lioness, the milk to my Chardonnay. He's like, can you stop? I'm like, he hasn't seen that clip yet.
Oh my God,
Watch,
Nikki,
I'm gonna go upstairs
that
after
song.
this. This guy's going to cry.
Yeah, I was seriously sobbing and watching like their
Really?
families watch that performance and watching like David's reaction. I was just
Oh
like,
my god,
this
when
is
he
too
was
much,
like
you guys.
clasping his
He was
chest,
like, it was
it
too
was
much.
so beautiful. Like the
So
way that she
beautiful.
was able to express herself, I would not be able to do that myself. For her to put that into words so beautifully,
Yeah,
like literally amazing. And her mom, I
I
just
know.
love her mom too. And I love that they're just like, I wish that they would give them a tad more space. Like when they were like drinking wine on their third anniversary and they were like right there. But I love that her mom, I don't think Abby's dad is in the picture. So it seems like it's just her mom.
Yeah, I
So
think.
it's so nice for her mom to also have that support of David's mom and David's sister.
Yeah, of his
And when
family.
they were at the third anniversary at the winery, like David does not drink. He likes to drink milk. And he was pretending to sip the wine. And at the end, he was like, I was pretending this whole time. Like, I was dying. It was so
So funny.
funny.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. I'm so happy for them that they found each other.
I know, me
Love
too.
them. They're definitely getting married.
Oh, I thought that they were gonna get engaged.
No, I could tell like he like was not quite
Yeah,
ready.
yeah,
But also, Abby's obsession with Bert and Ernie being gay or being roommates was so
So funny. When she
She
brought it out the
asked
second
David.
time, I was like, wow, she really is like
yeah, we're
needs
on a
to
loop
know.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, like, can you, Bert and Ernie, can you please weigh in?
Right. Yeah.
Our girl needs an answer. Roomies or lovers?
She asked David, so do you think Bert and Ernie are roommates or are they gay? And he's like, I think they're just roommates. And she goes, I think they're a little bit of both to me. Like, you know what, girl? You're probably right.
Probably
They are probably
right.
a little bit of both. One more thing I wanted to say about Abby and David, when she was able to spit out rapid fire, because he has, I forget what the word is, but he sees colors and as numbers.
Yeah.
And she knew, just listed like a million things like oh, violet is 2, blue is 1.
Yeah, that's
I'm
crazy.
getting them all wrong, but like she knew, and like the way that they understand each other so purely is I just loved it.
Yeah.
That was like a moment that really like
Stuck with you.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
Loved
really
it.
special. They're sweet. Okay, I was shocked that Perry and Kim were still together.
Tina.
T-
Perry
yeah.
and Tina.
Okay, I was shocked that they were still together.
I'm not because I wrote in my notes Tina. The girl's name is Tina.
Well, like the
Perry's
tea,
obsessed with the train, the T train.
which is so funny because I think everybody that lives in Boston absolutely hates the tea. Like it's like never been updated like in its life, and it's like
Oh
no
my
one
God.
likes their states or whatever their cities like
Loves it.
train
She's
station.
obsessed with the T train. I was like,
Yeah.
Tina.
Oh my God, I
Perfect.
didn't even put that together. So sweet. They were really sweet, but I feel like I don't know. I just didn't see like sparks between them. I felt like they were. I'm sure obviously they've like gone on more dates after that. That was like the beginning of the relationship, but I feel like they're both like really kind of like nervous or just like
What her
waiting.
name is Perry? Perry?
Perry.
I thought she did awesome at the dates. Like she was super vocal about everything she was feeling. I thought she did a really great job of like
Yeah.
navigating and being the one to like not let an awkward silence come and just like be a little romantic and cute. Like she was really
Was.
just putting herself out
She was
there.
putting herself out there for sure.
I loved it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that it worked out for her.
I
James and
wonder, well, are they
Shelley.
still together?
They are. They're still together.
Love it. Oh yeah, and they ride the T together with all
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
friends. I love that.
It's cute. James and Shelley, which like finally got there like in the fifth hour. This guy, I feel like he like couldn't catch a break like the whole time, and then he finally met the production. They were like, "Where did you meet this like girl?" And he's like, "Oh, I like met her on my own online." They're like, "Okay."
Yeah, because was he going on speed dating? Was it
Yes.
with people on the spectrum or was it just
No, I couldn't figure it out. I don't think so. I was like, "Wait,
right,
what's
so
going
you're
on
probably
here?"
not dating in the right pool.
Yeah.
Not that somebody with autism can't date somebody who doesn't have autism, but it's
Exactly.
just like clearly there's more success from the shows like
Yeah.
showing that.
Yeah.
But yes, very happy for him. He's so funny. His dad and mom were just like, his dad is like, bro,
Nikki,
get out of here.
the
Like,
bonfire, the fire with the smoke everywhere, and their friends were like, when they went outside and they said it was 80 degrees, I was like, this dad just lit a fire? Is he kidding? Like, is he trying to sabotage them? And he was like, even James tried to like stop the fire at the beginning. That I was like, no, it's ambiance or whatever. I was like,
oh my God. And James, he was getting so pissed. Like, you could see him getting hyped. But when he was speaking to Shelly, like, his demeanor kind of changed. Like, he did get nervous, and I've seen clips of them, like, after the show since they've been dating. And the way that she calms him, the same way that Georgie calms Connor,
yeah,
is so nice. Like, they just
they definitely complement
need
each
somebody
other.
who, like, he
Yeah,
just needs somebody who understands him.
exactly. I know. Don't we all?
Happy for him that he got that. When his dad was talking about how it was almost time for his drink because it was like 3:30 in the afternoon, I was like, I feel that. And his mom was like, it preserves him.
I
Like
know
that's
that
what
was
my mom says.
so. Oh my god, that was so funny. Oh my god, and he was like, James was like so mad that he kept calling it an adult beverage because he's like, not all adults like drink like
Oh,
alcohol.
he is also a major feminist. Like,
Yeah, he's like a stickler.
oh my God,
He's
yeah.
so funny. I think that's everybody.
Oh my God, watch us missing somebody, but yeah.
No, I think that's everyone.
I think that is everybody.
Yeah.
I
Well,
need a new season.
if you
That
haven't
is a
watched,
show you must watch. If
yeah,
you have not watched,
what
skip
is
Bad
he doing?
Influence and
Yeah,
treat yourself to Love on the Spectrum because it was
it
fantastic.
was fantastic. Okay, which brings us to our favorite show ever, guys. Summer House. Just like what a treat every week. Like you know it's gonna be good. You know you're gonna be entertained. Like I can never get enough. Like I don't want it to ever end. Absolutely love Summer House. Just like a quick little rundown, I guess, of what happens. Toegate basically becomes a joke for the house, including Lexi. Like everyone's like making a joke about the toe, which was really surprising to me. Lexi meets Jesse's parents. Jesse hosts Shabbat dinner. Lindsay confronts Carl, and then Paige is extremely anxious, like almost the whole episode, and she kind of opens up at the end. But let's start with Jesse, Lexi, and West in the car.
Let's.
Wow.
Because West is such a fucking douche.
He,
And not even West, actually. Like, I will give top douche to fucking Jesse.
well, for sure. Did you see people online are saying that like they've never seen such a fall from grace from
Yes.
two cast members ever like they have with Jesse and Wes? I don't think it's that bad because like West is very endearing, and Jesse was very endearing the first season, and
I
now
think
it's
Jesse's getting it worse than West for sure this season, and well
oh yeah,
deserved.
well deserved. But I also he's not getting it from the house.
Yes.
Like West got it from the cast. Jesse's getting like everyone thinks he's like hilarious and like
But
just
again, like I said to you, these girls are not Lexi's friends. Like these
I know.
people in general are not Lexi's friends. When West dogged Sierra, it was they all jumped on him because Sierra's their girl.
That's so true.
Like they
Okay,
don't
so
have an allegiance to Lexi to be like, Jesse, you're a douche.
I
They're
know.
like, Jesse, you're obviously not happy.
Yeah,
Like they're
like what are
kind of
you doing?
spinning it on Lexi.
I know. It's hard to watch,
So
but the car ride.
West, Jesse, and Lexi in the car. Jesse brings Lexi to meet her parents,
His
and
parents.
West, his parents, yes, and she met his.
Like
Wait,
the first
she met
weekend.
his, and he met hers. But the way that he's making it sound is that he brought her to meet the parents to appease Lexi because he fucked up with the toe suck and flirting with
And she was
Sierra.
like pushing him so hard
Right.
to
And
do
he
it.
wasn't ready. Well, then speak up.
I know.
Big dog, like, speak up.
They show him like say to Wes on the phone earlier in the week, like, oh, it's 100% like not gonna happen.
Yeah, not happening.
And then they're in the car and he's like, so we met the parents and Wes is like, Wes was being so rude, basically saying like, why would you do that? Learn from my mistakes, like such a bad idea. And then he's like, well, we already did it. Like,
No,
dude.
West said, no, West goes,
Oh,
well, you
yeah,
already did it. So, like,
It was hard to watch.
so rude. I was seeing people online being like, did they forget that Lexi's in the car?
No, Jesse
And then
was literally saying like, "Oh, well, Lexi really wanted
forced
to
me.
meet them. She's right there." Like,
Yeah.
what? And she didn't. I just feel so bad for her, you guys. Like,
The whole season so far has been Jesse speaking one way in front of the cast and his friends, and then speaking the complete opposite way in front of Lexi, and it's making Lexi look so dumb what he
the
is doing
cast.
to her.
no, I
Yeah,
think that
like
the whole issue here is that like
he's making her seem to the cast that she's so desperate,
And
but he's
crazy.
in there like being obsessed with her when they're by themselves. Of
Yeah.
course she thinks that because that's what you're telling her.
exactly. I hope they address that at the reunion because
Oh, I'm sure.
he's like kind of bad mouthing her to everybody in the cast. So they're all like they're all basically saying to Jesse like, is it worth it? Do you want to go through this? Like, this kind of seems like a mistake. But then, yeah, behind closed door, he's like telling Lexi he loves her and like wants to be her boyfriend.
Yeah.
But then even to her face in front of the friends, he's still like talking down about
Yeah.
her to them. I'm just like, Lexi, girl. The way that Jesse's behaving is just the reason why women go into future relationships with trust issues because they have one situation like this where it's like you think it's going to be something serious because the guy makes you feel that way. It turns on a dime, so you're still hanging on to like a week ago when they were like obsessed with you. All of a sudden the switch flips and now you're in the wrong. You did nothing wrong. They just like changed their mind because they
But
slept
he's
with you.
been this way since the second the season started. Even when they were first like hooking up, like when he first met her and he was like
Yeah.
really obsessed with her, he was still kind of being like shady in front of the guys,
He
being
was like
like,
being coy.
yeah, and be like, yeah, like I love her, she's my girlfriend. Like, no, just kidding. Like, no, you do love, like that's what you're telling her. So
But
don't make
that,
her
like
look
the first
stupid.
weekend, I could let slide. Like he was just like fired up, like adrenaline, like really like this girl. Like
But then don't keep it going.
I thought that was gonna keep going, and like it turned so fast. Like feel so bad for Lexi. She has to watch all of this back
Yeah.
now, but I'm sure it's all making sense for her. Like she probably almost feels like, okay, now I understand last summer. Do you know what I mean?
But and she's also like I said last episode, it's so embarrassing what he's doing to her, but she shouldn't be embarrassed.
No,
Like
he's
it's
embarrassed.
embarrassing what he's doing to her, but
Yeah.
it's not for her to be embarrassed. Like
The way he's
she should be
acting.
vindicated and
For
like
sure.
she is the one on top after this. He
Absolutely.
is so embarrassing what he's
Yeah.
doing. He's the
Loser.
worst.
Loser. But Wes was being funny with his toe puns when he was like toe Rogan, like
Oh my god.
Edgar Allan Toe.
Oh my
When everybody was in the house and Sierra came out of that car in that denim on denim outfit and she was shredding Nikki. I think I paused and rewind.
Gasp.
I was like, is this bitch fucking kidding me? She's actually too hot to be on the
No.
show. I was thinking she needs to be like, we need more Sierra. She needs to be a host. We need her to host Love Island. Ariana Madix is out. She's too busy. Let's bring Sierra. She
Yeah.
literally can't be produced. Like, she says what's on her mind. Can you imagine her after Casa Amor going into Love
She would tell
Island,
these boys what's up.
tell these boys what's up? Like, they would walk out of there crying. And, like, I feel like she would stick up for the girls. Like, she needs to host something, some sort of dating show. Did you ever watch F-Boy Island?
Of course not.
Okay, well, Nikki Glazer was the host, and she did an absolutely incredible job because
Oh
she's
my
so
gosh.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she needs to do something like that where it's like F-boys are like
She can
being
rip them a
reformed.
little. Yeah.
She can rip them a little bit. Like, we need more Sierra, okay, guys? Give us more Sierra. Like,
Give us more Sierra. Yeah.
she's such a goddess. Like, oh, she seriously, I'm looking at her. I'm like, why are you here? Like,
But the same way that Lexi, like Jesse's dropped the ball with Lexi, is the same way that Wes dropped it with Sierra. Like, you have these
so
two
true.
girls who are so out of your league,
Yeah. Ew.
and you're just going to blow it?
Yes, they are because that's what men do. Like,
They're so dumb.
they're so dumb.
And guess what? They're going to be like these guys on Southern Charm who are in their
Chap.
40s
Yeah.
with nobody.
I know. Oof. Yikes. When Paige was explaining Craig's reaction to her tour and was saying that she kind of like when she's going on this huge tour, she's like really anxious about it. Like she expected Craig to be like, "Don't worry about me. I'll hold it down. Do your thing. Like focus on the tour and like we'll like celebrate you when you get back or whatever." And that he's basically saying like, "What about me? Like what's going to happen with me on tour?" Like when she breaks it down, like I just feel like every week it's like more vindication for Paige. More vindication for Paige. Like but then again, it almost doesn't even matter because like the Craig stands are like she's only saying that on camera because she knows she's going to dump him. Does she know she's going to dump him in this moment? I think yes.
Yeah.
Is she
So
having
is
a hard
she, are
time with
people
it?
trying to
Yes.
say that she's kind of doing the same thing that Jesse's doing to Lexi, like telling her one thing? Like, do people think that Paige is telling Craig like that they're great and that
I don't know if people think she's
secretly
telling.
she's not?
I think people think that she made up in her mind at this point that she's going to dump him, and she wants people to see her come to that conclusion on camera so that like her breaking up with him doesn't seem so out of left field because she's like laying the groundwork now.
But it
I
was
don't think she's doing that
several months
intentionally,
later.
but it's really hard to end a long-term relationship, and we're just watching her go through those emotions.
Process it,
But
yeah.
at the same time, it's like, guys, and I want to say, I don't think Craig's a bad guy. He said this himself, like he was living in a false reality of like his relationship with Paige, and that's
There's a
what,
better match out there for him, and it's not
yeah,
Paige. And
it's
there's a
not
better
Paige,
match for
but
Paige, and it's not Craig.
when she was saying that, I was like, wow, like that is so true. That is how like your partner should be handling this like milestone moment in your career. Just being like, girl, you go freaking get it. I'll come see you whenever I can. Like I'll be right there by your side, like cheering you on the stage instead of saying like, please prioritize. How are you going to prioritize our relationship? Like, ew, shut up. Like you're
And
40.
she's on a podcast tour. It's not like she's Taylor Swift on the Eras tour. Like, she'll be back in a few months.
She's on stage for an hour. Like you're rich.
Yeah.
Go for the weekend.
How long is her tour?
Well, 60 cities, that's a lot, but they probably did 2 shows a night.
So, like a few months?
It's probably like 3 months. I mean, that is a long time. But like, I think she either said on Watch What Happened. No, I think she even said on the after show or in a confessional, like, he can come. Open invite.
Right.
You're
Be
free.
happy for her. Like, what's a win
Yeah.
for her is a win for you.
Totally. What did you think when Paige said that she's the breadwinner in the relationship? Facts.
Yeah.
Like, no big deal. But I do.
But you
feel
know, a
like,
Southern guy like that is going to find
I know.
so much to.
yeah, he's gonna have a problem with that. But
Oh,
I
yeah, he's
do
going to
feel
feel
like
very
she never said.
emasculated.
She's never said until now that she doesn't want to move to Charleston. Like, I do feel like at the beginning of the relationship, she maybe gave Craig some hope that she could see them raising a family there. And then when she said that, I was like, ooh, okay, so we are like,
So far out of that, yeah. Like,
we've-
that's a big deal breaker for both of them, probably.
we're
Because
really far removed.
while Craig says that he could raise a family in New York, like, he's a Southern boy. Like, he's not.
Nikki, I feel like he probably got serious about, okay, well, then I'll move to New York. And she probably was like, thought about it, and she was like, I don't want you here.
Exactly.
And that
Yeah.
was definitely like, okay, this isn't right. Like, I actually don't want you to come here because this is
Right.
like my domain.
And if her reaction to Sierra saying, like, do you still think he's your person is, I don't know,
I know.
then you do know.
You do know. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we have to talk about the dinner, the Shabbat dinner.
Okay. Before we get into the Lindsay and Carl of it all, I just want to say, like, I wish Jesse would be more serious as a person. Like, he's talking about this great thing, Shabbat, and he's like teaching viewers and his
Yeah.
castmate, but he's like making a joke of it. Like,
He can't help
everything he
himself.
says is so like silly and goofy, and it's just like, can't you be serious? Like, stop making a joke about something for
I
once
know.
and just like be serious. But when he started singing and they all just wanted to laugh so bad.
But Lexi was like salivating.
Oh my God.
I
And
know.
Amanda was just like, please, Wes, don't look at me. Like, and he did a great job.
He did.
But it's just like an awkward thing to have
I know.
somebody singing in such a deep voice, like in a dining room of like,
Yeah, not like at karaoke.
right, like,
Yeah,
it's so funny.
it was funny.
So the whole dinner of the Carl and Lindsay of it all, can you explain? Because I'm like even
Okay.
still confused with
So
Lil and the texts.
it's like so stupid, but
So
Lindsay,
dumb.
I just want to say, I could understand why Lindsay was upset because Gabby, it was telephone, right? Lil was talking to Imral and Gabby, I guess, at Carl's softball event. And they were basically like, oh, you know Carl because he met your parents, right? And then, like, how did you guys start talking? And she was like, oh, well, I DM'd him. And they were like, when was that? And she was like, oh, well, last summer. Because that's when he met her parents, last summer. Not when, she didn't say that's when they started talking. She just said, like,
When
that's
Carl, she was
when,
like, well, why didn't you tell me? And Carl was like, I don't go to a soccer game and say, oh, hey, I met the coolest parents today. That was so funny. I thought Carl handled the whole thing like a champ.
like, the first time in his life, he's not in his life, but to Lindsay, that he's ever stuck up for himself.
Yeah.
That was an incredible scene of television.
But I also
Basically,
don't think that Lindsay gives
yeah,
a shit about Carl. I don't
just
think it's
wanted to
that
make him
she's
look
like
bad.
up. Yes, I think she wants to be vindicated because
Yeah,
she will forever and always be the bad guy.
you
She
know,
is the villain.
yeah.
And not even that Carl is so beloved, but it's just like Lindsay is the villain.
Well, because, you know, she has a long history of like being a little crazy, but now we love her for that.
Oh, and this is not me saying that she is a villain or crazy,
Yes,
but she just wants to feel vindicated and that she's
exactly.
not the cause of their breakup. Like,
So the whole dinner, she's chomping at the
oh,
bit.
she's like
She's just
like
like waiting for
waiting
her
for
opening.
Carl to open his fucking mouth so she could just annihilate him.
And then she finally does. And Carl was like being so weird about it because it's like, yeah, just go get your phone. Like he like
And
weirdly
Kyle
didn't
was
want to get
like,
his
just go
phone.
get your phone. The evidence was on his phone, and his phone was upstairs charging. And Lindsay was like, so go get your phone.
No, she's
And
like,
he
wow,
like,
how convenient. Like he knew that she was about to like bring up this information and he like planned to have his phone upstairs charging. She's like, how
I thought he was
convenient.
deleting shit when he was walking down the stairs. I thought he was like deleting
No.
things.
I think because maybe I saw already that she posted their first DM. Like I already knew that it was a
Oh,
long
who
time
did,
ago.
Lil?
Lil did, yeah.
Oh my
She posted
God,
like
Lil.
last week or whatever, like their first DM was like in October. But when he showed her the phone and she was like, okay.
Oh,
And he's
well.
like, okay.
Well, thank you. And Wes was just like, thank you, God.
And Sarah was like,
And everybody was like, what?
no, it's so true, especially with Lindsay. We have never seen, first of all, we've never seen Lindsay been shut down. We've never
No.
seen her like just bite her tongue and be like, okay. Not that she
And be wrong.
apologized, but she like knew she was wrong in that moment and she like accepted it. I loved it so much. Like it was so incredible. And Carl was like, yeah, like, so now you believe me? And she's like, okay, I guess that's what happened. Like
Right. Yeah,
it was
wrap it up.
so funny.
What about when he told her that he was praying for her?
That was really crazy, though. Wait, and then later when he says she's obsessed with him, that's when you lost me, Carl. Like he was like,
Like
she's clearly
you were
obsessed
on and
with
up.
me.
Like you were
Yeah,
winning.
you were winning,
Like,
Carl. Like you had your moment. You did such a good job. We were so proud of you. And then you had to throw those two lines out there.
yeah, she for sure is not obsessed with
Oh
you.
my God. But then when she said like, wait, who said like, oh, he was like, she's like, you're not a very good judge of character, Carl. And he was
He's like,
like, you're
yeah,
right, I'm
obviously.
not. But like
Yeah.
throwing shade at her, but she definitely didn't like think about herself in that moment, like whatsoever. But he was like
I
really giving it.
and I know it's very controversial to have bellies out because people like think the
Why?
pregnant body is so disgusting and
Nikki,
a
I'm a
pregnant
belly
woman
out
should just
pregnant
be in a
girly.
moo. I know you are.
And my mom like does think it's kind of disgusting. Not disgusting, but like she thinks it's
Like put your
weird. I'm
belly
like,
away.
put your
Lindsay
belly
looks
away.
so cute in her little pink, not pink, yellow little crop top.
Love that outfit.
She looked
Gorgeous.
adorable.
Yeah,
Loved
she
it.
looks so
Belly
cute.
out. Go. Well, Donna, you're gonna have your first bunch of haters now.
I love all of her like belly out looks. Like I think anybody can pull it off. It's like first of all, it's uncomfortable. It's like Rachel from Friends where she has like nothing to wear except for that like baby tee.
And
It's
to
just like
me, I'd rather
comfortable.
have my pregnant belly out
Oh
than
my
my
God.
non-pregnant belly out. Like you're
A
not seeing
million.
that.
I think that's what it is. It's like I wish I could be one of those girls that wears crop tops. So when I'm pregnant, I'm like, I am one of those girls.
I just got the new chef pants that I just sent
Oh
to
yeah.
you. I just got these checkered pants and I showed them to my mom. I was so pumped about them. I was like, I love these. These are so me. And my mom was just like, oh,
Oh,
oh, well, those are. I'm like, what? You don't love them?
they're
She's like, well, you
unique.
have to wear like a cropped, like, a tight, like cropped shirt. I was like,
You're
okay,
like, I'm
well,
not Nina. Nikki, if I came over and you were wearing
uh,
like a crop top, you would look gorgeous. I want to put that out there. Like you would pull
you
it
would
off,
send
but
me
I would
for
be
help.
like, John, like, is everything okay with Nikki?
Yeah, what drugs is she on? Because give them to me.
Did you slip her another bill?
Lexapro and
And what else? Did she have wine today? But yes, the dinner with them was one for the books. I loved it so much. But then the next morning, when Paige is so concerned about Carl, before she even
oh,
knew that he was upset because he didn't make his bed, I was like, one, you know him so well.
right.
Two, then when he goes outside and he's like, I kind of like realized once Lindsay said it was her birthday, I was like, oh, I put together like it's the anniversary. Like I remember they found out on her birthday. And
That
then
his
when
brother had passed
his
away.
brother,
For
that
those of
Carl's
you who don't
brother
know
had
what we're
passed
talking
away.
about, yeah.
And then when Carl went outside, like to have his moment, and Lindsay was inside and told everybody, like, oh, it's the anniversary of his brother's passing, I was like, wow. I think I saw somebody online saying that, like, Carl was extra emotional because they
Hmm.
flash back to like his whole friendship with Lindsay and like you forget that they were best friends
Yeah.
before they started dating and before they got engaged. And this is the first time he's had to deal with the grief of the loss of his
Hmm.
brother without her by his side. I actually have chills just like saying that.
It's also the loss of, yeah, Lindsay. Like, it's the loss of
That he
everything that
finally,
he,
it's
yeah.
almost like it finally hit him like, wow, this person's actually like probably never going to be in my life again after
Hmm.
being in my life for like 8 years
Yeah.
and being there for me like through the hardest time in my life.
Like, intertwined in his family, and she had a
Yes.
relationship with his mom, and she was. So his brother passed away the day before Lindsay's birthday, but he found out on Lindsay's birthday, and Lindsay was the first person that he went to. But I did, like, I understand where it's like she can't be there for him in the
Yeah,
same way, but she still was in the way that
exactly.
she kind of rallied everybody to go out and be with him.
Yeah,
But I mean, I can't even imagine
I know.
how he feels. Yeah, and it's just like the added part of now, like,
That was sad.
realizing,
When
yeah.
they go to Kyle's like DJ gig or whatever and Sierra's having that conversation with Carl, like just like trying to be there for him. One, I was crying because it was
Hmm.
so heartfelt and he needed that
Yeah.
so bad in that moment. But then when she started wiping her tears with her hair, I was like,
So
is she?
Sierra's crying and she's doing this. And it's apparently a thing that she does, she said. Like,
Oh my God. But it like broke the ice a little
comic
bit.
relief.
It was so
This is
funny.
so
I
funny.
was like, wow, added to the list of like a million
Queen.
reasons why we're obsessed with her. That was so funny. What do you think about when like Jesse was literally just like conniving with Wes, like checking out all these girls at the party?
He's
And then
like, oh, you're going
also,
to have to look at them for me. Like, you're first of all 3 weeks into a relationship and
yeah,
you can't go to a party where you're not gonna. You can also look at girls, but you
yeah.
don't have to talk about it. Like, why are you being such a dog?
Wait, but Nikki,
Like,
3 weeks into a relationship that you instigated,
yes.
guys, he made this relationship a thing.
And he's
Like,
like still talking shit about Lexi at
I
this
know.
event.
So all of the cast think that Lexi is like this like annoying,
Desperate, yeah.
desperate girl, and she's really just like the sweetest girl ever that thinks this boy is in love with her, and he's so clearly not. And
Oh my
when
God. And what about when he was talking about her, like
to
talking
Paige,
about when he was following girls? He was like, oh, yeah. And, she noticed that I was following these girls on Instagram. So I said, okay, well, then I'll unfollow them. Which also, like, oh, wow. Oh,
thank
good
you
for
so
you.
much.
Like you're doing her a favor by
I know.
unfollowing these girls. And then you're going to think that she's crazy for noticing that you unfollowed them. Like, stop gaslighting this girl.
When I was
You are wrong.
when I was young, a guy like abruptly broke up with me and another girl that we went to high school with saran wrapped his car. Like I'm
I
not
love that.
kidding.
I think I did that too.
Like
Shout
every
out Amanda.
weekend for like months.
Oh,
We
like
would like come
multiple
home from
times.
college, find his car and like saran wrap it.
Oh.
Like girls are like young girls. I was younger than Lexi. We're crazy. Like that's not like Paige said, that's not even crazy. She was
Yeah.
showing up at people's houses like we're nuts. But when Paige said like, is that something you want to deal with? I was like, that's a little strange. Like why is nobody calling Jesse out for the way he's like, because they could see that he's obviously love bombing her. They could all see that. Why is no one saying like, Jesse, well maybe you need to be honest with her? They're just like, oh, is that like the kind of person you want to date? It's like, no, he's making her act a certain way, like by his actions are getting a reaction.
I think it's a mix of them having their loyalty to Jesse and like knowing what kind of a person Jesse is too. And based on what he's telling them too. Like, yeah, they are seeing the love bombing, but they're also hearing him say, like, low key, like she's crazy and she made me first she's seeing who I'm following, who I'm not following, and she is meeting my parents when I don't want her to meet my parents. Like it's the things that he's telling people. He's just the worst. The video montage of Kyle DJing was so unique. It was giving like wedding videographer. It was so weird and so long. I was
Also,
like,
it was
what
like,
is
it was
happening?
giving like, yeah, he does that, but we all think he's annoying. No one was ever like, thank God for Kyle. It's like, okay, everyone was always like, Kyle, turn the music down. Kyle, can you stop? Like, no one's
What
ever
does
like,
Amanda think about his DJing? Okay. Say no more.
yeah.
Like,
Like, what do you think she thinks, Nikki? You think she's like just dripping?
Diplo. Yeah, right. Dripping. Exactly.
No,
Like,
she's a freaking desert. Like she's like this is bye. Yeah, but she's not. I guess she loves him. I don't know. Whatever. Um, Lexi did say I watched Watch What Happens Live. It
I
was
did
like
not. So, yes, tell me.
nothing really came from him. Andy so did not want to be there. Like I can't explain
Who were
it.
the guests?
It was Lexi and this guys. I don't remember the girl. I think her name's Danielle. She's been on before. I don't remember what she's from, but she was a sweet girl. And then his best friend John, that he does his radio show with, was the bartender. You would think that his energy would be up, but he looked so tired. Everything from his card, he was just like reading through, no energy. Like he just wanted to zoom through it.
Gosh.
But he did ask Lexi if she believed, like, was it just a toe? And she said no. Like
Like,
watching it
actually,
back,
Lexi's a big guest to have right now because people love Summer House. She
I think
is
he was into
in the
Lexi.
middle of the biggest, like, Summer House drama so far. Like, this
So
toe
true.
suck.
I think he was very into Lexi. I don't think it had anything to do with him. I think he was just like, I think he even said
Needed
he's
to, like, go to
tired.
bed.
He
Yeah.
needed to go to bed. Like he was like his workday needed to end like 3 hours before that. Like he was just like tapped out. It was nothing against Lexi, and he was like, "Wow, the abs are abbing." Like that was like a reunion look, what she wore in Watch What Happens Live. Sickening. Which is again why she'd be perfect for Love Island because that's like the kind
My
of stuff they
God.
wear there to like lounge by the beach. I mean, lounge by their pool.
I had no idea. I told you that she dated Brooklyn Beckham. I don't know where I was in the first episode, but I was like, I texted you and I was like, when were you going to tell me that she dated Brooklyn Beckham? She's so stunning.
She is,
Like,
yeah.
so gorgeous.
Yeah.
She just is
Nikki's like, can you
next
clip that for
level.
TikTok so all the haters know that I love
Guys, I love Lexi.
this
Lexi
really
so pretty and I'm so ugly.
Oh my God. Oh, I guess the episode just ends with we kind of already talked about like Paige
Yeah.
talking to Sierra like about
More to come, I'm sure.
more to come, yeah.
I wonder
But
if Craig will come. I'm sure he will come back more
for the rest of the
this.
season.
season and we'll see their interactions. But like she is
Scared.
ready to pack
She's
her
done.
bags,
She's
and
ready to bounce. Anything else about Summer House?
I don't think so.
Real quick, before we get into our Not Mad About It, next week we have The Valley season 2, you guys. I'm so excited. I think it airs the 15th, so I don't know if that's Tuesday or Wednesday, but like, wow. We have
They have
that Summer
promo
House.
coming out. It is juicy. Jax Taylor is saying it is like the first two episodes. He is in such a crazy dark place. Like it's the worst he's ever been. Like I
Yikes.
need to see what goes on with Brittany.
I know,
Obviously, Team Brittany all the
obviously.
way. Jax
And
is the worst.
I don't know if you remember, but you
Get
remember,
ready for some really harsh takes for the Valley because
yeah,
we're not going to go easy on these
yeah, no,
guys.
we're not gonna hold back. I don't think anybody holds back when it comes to them because like everyone
So
knows they
just
can take
know
it.
we will
But
be mean.
I saw an interview with Danny and Nia because in the preview, it shows that people are like calling him out for going out without his ring on and kind of like flirting with other girls. And in the interview with Nia, he basically said, I'm assuming it's alluding to like what they showed in the preview, that people were upset by the edit that they got the first season, that people love them. So some certain people on the cast came into the season wanting to comfort him, and they were bringing up,
Janet.
well, yeah, they were bringing up those things with Danny that happened, I guess, like off camera, however long ago, that him and Nia have already like addressed and worked through like in their personal relationship, and those people were like bringing it up on camera like just to make them look bad,
They're
which
a
I
little
believe. But
too
also
normal
like
for the
if you
show.
did that, Danny, like that is,
Cop
I do
to,
want to know
yeah.
about that because that is a little crazy. Like,
Yeah, but they're a little too normal, and I think like they want to have a good relationship. Like
yeah, they care about
they
their
have
relationship.
young kids, like
Yeah,
they care about each other, they care about their family. Like this is probably not the show for them, but
but like they also want to be famous.
who
Because
doesn't?
you know they
I
have their
mean,
kids like on Young
yeah,
Sheldon. He's like a voice actor. Like they also want to be in the fame, but they want to like live. It's about money.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about money for sure. I mean, when isn't it?
What isn't? Look at
I know.
Kidfluencing. Like,
God, we can't bring it back there, Nikki.
no,
Anyway, so excited for
let's end
that.
on a
So we have,
positive note.
yeah, we have that in Summer House. So yeah, let's end positive. We do our not mad about it segment where we just say something that maybe happened in the week that we're not mad about. I'm gonna go first. One thing that I'm not mad about. This is so random, and I learned this week from my girl Ashley Iaconetti, a fellow Rhode Islander. She
I
brought it up
cannot
on
wait for you to
her,
be friends.
I know, big fan. She brought it up on her Instagram stories that the weather has been so terrible on the East Coast. If you know, you know. It's been like raining, cold, and she was like bringing her son like to the mall. She's like, I don't know, like she was like, we've been going to the mall so much. There's so much to do, and I was like, great idea. Brought Callum to the mall. Nikki, we entered. There's two malls here. One is like a little one that we go to all the time that has like a Target. It's not like a real mall. But there's like a big ass mall here in Rhode Island. We went there. He stepped off the elevator. He walked in and he was like, wow. Like, whoa. Like his brain
Like Disneyland.
exploded. And all, yeah, like Disneyland. And all we did was like, I got a coffee and we just like walked around and he was just like, running around. We were like going in random stores. It was like all so exciting. There's like bright lights. There was like random, there's like
Yeah.
always random stuff like going on at a mall. I think we went there, yeah, twice last week. He loved it. It killed so much time. Like,
Do they have a little play area?
no, not that I saw at least. It's like four
But who
freaking
needs that then?
levels. No, we don't need it. Like, I don't even put him in a stroller anymore. Like, ever, anywhere we go. Like, I either put Ty in the stroller or I baby wear him. So Callan just walks everywhere we go. And like, dude, I need this kid to do his laps if I want him to
Wear
go
him
to
out.
bed at 5:45.
If mama's gonna have a few hours of peace and quiet.
Yeah, like I need this kid to go down as early as possible. So we are just like doing laps around the mall pretty much, like going on the elevator, like there's music playing, like we stopped at one
Yeah.
point and I was just like sitting on this like bench like drinking my coffee while he's like dancing and like jumping around. I was like, this is so nice. So yeah, I'm not mad about the mall. Let's bring back malls. Seriously, perfect
Let's bring
for
it back.
let's bring them back. Like nice for
Except for on Long
kids.
Island, every mall is like out of business completely and they're just like abandoned.
Well, yeah, malls are like, well, that's why malls need moms. Moms for malls.
Yeah. Malls for moms. Where's like the mall's PR? Like,
I'm
let's
starting a
go.
Facebook group. Yeah.
Mamas for malls.
Comment your favorite mall below.
That reminds me though that there was this like big drama on about one of the malls here on Long Island. I forget which mall it
On
was, but
Roosevelt
apparently it
Field.
was like no, it was like almost an abandoned mall, and there was fish left in the pond in the mall. Like in you know how
What?
in the mall sometimes there's like
Yeah.
little indoor
Water.
ponds, like the koi fish were abandoned. So there
Oh
was
my
like this
God.
whole scandal about saving the fish.
Wait, that's really sad.
Yeah, I don't know what has happened since, but
You
I
save
can
them.
me myself. Yes, I
Yeah.
put my cape on and I yes.
They're living with you now in your backyard.
Yes, in my bathtub.
You would.
But that goes into my not mad about it perfectly because my not mad about it is I'm not mad about the spring break. I told you that John, my husband, is a teacher, so he has off this next week from work. My son, Colin, who's 5 and in kindergarten, he is off from school. Leo is off, so we have all week together. So I will be taking them to the mall. Mostly,
Perfect.
I'm not mad about just like the waking up, the making of the lunch, as
Oh,
a private chef, like
sure.
for a
I had to do
family
that for
who
many families.
could not handle making lunches. It's the worst. The making of like it's like okay, so I wake up, I have to make them breakfast
Yeah.
and make them lunch all
Yeah.
before 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I told you like that's why I don't eat.
I had a
Sometimes I
client
don't
that,
drink my coffee until I'm done dropping them off. I don't even have time.
well, it's like a nice little treat. You
It's
know,
like
I
I
save
need
my
it though.
coffee. I save my coffee for nap time now. That gets me
I
through the
drink
morning.
multiple cups of coffee a day.
Yeah.
Like,
But I
I
literally
need
had,
one in the morning, one a nap.
well, I had 2 coffees a week ago, but I drink espresso. It hits hard. But I literally had a
Okay,
client that's like
Sabrina.
all that's all he wanted to do was make lunches. He was like literally just like make 5 lunches for both of my kids at the beginning of the week.
The thought of having to make lunches, like it's just Colin right now. And on Fridays, I have to give Leo snack for when he goes to gym. And that is like, and I have to give Colin snack. But it's
So what
like,
do you do?
what do you mean?
Like what do you give them for snack?
Like whatever's around. Usually I'll give Colin a banana and then like
Yeah.
some sort of a like yummy like muffin bar or like gummies or something like kind of good and tasty, like a
Perfect.
treat.
Yeah.
I told you Leo was like very rigid in his attire and his meals. So a slice and a half of
I was
prosciutto
gonna say
every day in a
he's a
lunchbox.
prosciutto
Like
boy.
he's easy.
My boy loves his
My
prosciutto.
mom's like, I don't know if
It's
that's. I'm like, it's the best. Like, it's
yeah.
that or nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You're like it's antibiotic free.
yeah, but also just not mad about having John home and taking a little load off Mama.
That's the best part. Oh my God, Andrew didn't, he had like an inspection, I think maybe for our house on Friday. So he came home from work early. Nikki, I was watching TV. He just walks in the door. I had a panic attack. I was like, who just walked into my house? Like, didn't
Like,
even
oh
tell
my God,
me.
I'm cleaning. I mean, I was just about to get started.
I'm like sprawled out. I was like, whoa, why didn't you tell me you were coming home? But then it was so nice to have him home for the whole day. I was like, wow,
It's
it's so
really.
nice to like be together, like with both the kids. Like it's
I'm on vacation. This is. I somehow tricked
John's
John
working. Yeah.
into taking the boys to Monster Mini Golf today while Liv napped. And I was like, like you should take them because like I'll like clean the house. Like, because then if we go, then the house isn't even going to be clean.
Yeah, there's stuff to do
I
around here.
tricked him somehow into cleaning the house before he even went.
No,
So you
you're
know what I
lying.
did? Sat my ass on the couch and watched the last 2 episodes of Love on the Spectrum while Livy napped. I was like, you know
That's
what?
so nice. I know you texted me. I was like,
Mama's
what?
nice.
I was like, oh my God, that is so nice.
And
Love
then I
John.
snapped you a picture of me just hysterically crying at the end of. And I also snapped you the picture of Netflix, like when you watch a show for too long, it's like, are you still watching? I was like,
That's when
that's
you
how I
know.
know it's time for bed.
Yeah, it's time to tap out. Oh my God. Well, on that note, we're tapping out. Another gorgeous episode. Guys, if you like what you heard, leave a comment, leave a review. Won't be mad about that. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok because we post fire content, fire clips. Make
Always
sure
asking for your guys' opinions on the talk, too. Like,
always. Guys, we love
dropping a
to
comment
talk. Like,
about,
we can't get enough. Like, we'll
I need
talk
to know
about
your guys' thoughts. Like, are we
exactly.
unique in our opinions or do you agree with us?
Yeah. And make sure you're subscribed to our Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts so you know as soon as the episodes drops, you can just catch right up. We love you guys so much. We'll see you next Monday. Yeah.
Love you guys. Bye. For Bree's
Bye.
birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Ciao,
Woo,
ciao.
woo.
Love you guys.